Hi Collective, welcome back for another channeled message of what Spirit wants you to know right now. If you're new, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a returning star family, how you doing? It's your girl, Lady Leo, aka Mary, and we're going to dive into the energies. But first, hit the like button so you can dive into the energies with me. We've got a lot going on. So I've got a candle prepared. We're about to protect and seal our energy, okay? And then I'm going to say a prayer for us as a collective, and then we're going to get into the reading, okay? Hi, y'all. How you doing? Welcome. Hi, Ari. That is a difficult name to say. Aurelia. Is that right? Aurelia, sorry. Welcome. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Bella. Hi, Jane. How y'all doing? Welcome. Okay, so let's go ahead and cleanse. Set the space, call in spirit, and then we're going to get into some of this other stuff. I actually have a St. Michael candle prepared. We're going to call in all the other angels, ancestors, and spirit guides with the prayer to really seal. Okay, so we're going to get that done, and then we'll hop into the reading, okay? All right. Yes, everything that I do is infused with Holy Fire Reiki. If that's something that it is that you want, all you have to do is say, Spirit, I'm open and willing to receive. If not, just say, Spirit, I respectfully decline. Okay. All right. I've got the eucalyptus. It's kind of getting a burn. I don't have a draft going. There's no fans on, so hopefully this will go by pretty quick. And I've had a few of you ask about private services. I do have private services open. Someone ordered one through the website, ladyleospiritual.com. So I didn't even know that was still up, y'all, because I didn't pay the bill. But it is, apparently. So I need to go in there and make sure that all of my services are up to date and switch some things around. But I do have private readings open. I do have candle lightings open. If you want to email me right now at Maria Ella Wolfe, Wolf with an E, I can give you some more insight on what it is that I'm able to do and how it is I'm able to help. Okay, we're going to cleanse your energy. Good juju for you. Hi from Vegas. How you doing from Mississippi? Hi, Anthony. How you doing? We're going to cleanse my energy. Thank you, Spirit. And protect real quick with some Palo Santo. So we got that going on. And then there's just been some heavy ick in the energy. If you've been keeping up with stuff, I know that y'all been living vicariously through me. Maybe you know a little bit. Maybe you can feel what it is that I'm feeling. Oh, yeah, we got a really good burn. Protect your energy. Good juju for you. Protect my energy. Good juju for me. Okay. God, source, universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, council of light, ascended masters, and all other benevolent beings of light of the third heaven and higher, I ask that you shield us in a holy, divine, white light of protection. Shield our space, our energy, and the stream from any outside negative energies, entities, and it is not allowed here. Spirit, I ask that you aid, guide, and support me in channeling the best and highest message for the collective during this time it's meant to be. All right, y'all, let's hop into this. So like I was saying, I've got a candle prepared. It's a St. Michael candle. I've got the St. Michael prayer on it. Okay. I've got a little eye on there, and you're going to find out why when we do our prayer, like the other prayer, calling in the other energies. Okay. I'm calling in energies to help support protecting and cleansing us and bringing things to the surface that need to be seen. And I'm asking that these energies work cohesively and with each other. Okay. So you'll kind of see what it is I'm doing in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and work on this candle. I've already sat with it, meditated over it. That's why I'm here a lot later than I was going to be, is because I've really been trying to work on getting this situated for everybody, okay? All right, so what I did with the candle, just for those of you that want to know, I've got the 1111 right here. I've got collective so that my intention is set for who this is for, okay? I've got the St. Michael prayer on it. We're about to say it 3 times. So you can either participate with, you can go back and watch it if you need to. It's infused with Holy Fire Reiki, so it goes past, present, future, okay? All right. Hold on. I get prayers kind of mixed together sometimes. So I got to actually go and like look and see. Because I try to read it off the candle and I get jumbled. All right, here we go. I'm going to hold the candle up while I say it, okay? I can't show you the back. Hi, Vinpoc, how you doing? All right, we're going to say it 3 times, okay, with authority, like we're commanding it. We're not asking, we're telling, okay? Saint Michael, the archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander through the world for the ruin of souls. Amen. Saint Michael, the archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander through the world for the ruin of souls. Amen. Saint Michael, the archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all evil spirits who wander the world for the ruin of souls. Amen. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to light this baby. All right, so mote be, and so it is. So I'll put that in the fireplace later. Okay, and then we're going to seal it with this prayer. Okay, hi y'all, how you doing? Welcome. God, source, universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, council of light, ascended masters, galactic federation, and all other benevolent beings of light who walk with us in truth and love. I call upon your divine presence now. Wrap us in the radiant white light of protection. Cleanse our minds, bodies, and spirits of all energies, influences, and attachments that do not serve our highest good or align with our divine destiny. Lift the veil from our eyes. Reveal the hidden enemies, the shadows, the lies, the deceit. Let all that has been plotted against us rise to the surface, to be seen clearly and stripped of its power. Spirit, use me as your vessel of light. Transmute every low vibration, every impure intention into blessings of peace, love, light, abundance, and prosperity for myself and for the collective. Strengthen the rising of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us, bringing harmony, empowerment, and balance where chaos has reigned. Grant me resilience to breathe one more breath, to take one more step, to fight one more fight for our birthright of sovereignty, freedom, and divine truth. My heart overflows with gratitude for your ceaseless protection, your guidance, your shelter from adversity, and the unseen ways you carry us through every storm. Thank you, Divine Spirit, and all who stand in the light. So it is, so it shall be, so mote it be. All right, y'all. Now we can get to it. Okay. Now that, I know that won't resonate with everybody, but if you feel heavy spiritual warfare, if you feel like you've got a lot of hardships and adversity going on, I hope that this helps protect you from that and cleanse you from what it is that you've been feeling, okay? All right, y'all. Let's hop into this reading, shall we? Best and highest messages here for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? Virgo season. Okay. What's in the energy here, Spirit? What's in the energy here? Thank you. All right. Oh, dang. We're starting off with, don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Okay. So Spirit's coming through and letting you know that don't let the pride get in the way of certain things, okay? So if you do feel like you've been feeling restrictions, blockages, adversity, false selves from yourself or others, all right, don't let pride get in the way. Okay, stay patient, stay steady. Full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so yeah, there's a need to be a little bit more practical with something, okay? Especially when we're dealing with the energies that it is that we're feeling, right? I was telling y'all that we're about to experience eclipse season, and things are getting crazy, especially around the time that eclipse season is happening. There's a lot of the veil lifting the further that we get into Scorpio, the further that we move towards Scorpio season, okay? The further that we get closer to Samhain, to Halloween, to Dias de los Muertos, and all the other, you know, different belief systems that celebrate that time of year, or this time of year rather, okay? What else is here? Dang, that was a lot. All right. New moon in Aries is time to take action. Okay, so yeah, don't let pride get in the way. Your dreams need a practical plan. Get the plan, get focused, and then it's time to take action with this Aries energy, okay? What else is here? Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. Okay. So after you take action, you're going to let it flow. That's part of how you're taking action, is you're going with the flow of things, okay? Embrace the flow of life. New moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success, okay? So being confident in the way that it is that you're taking action. Being confident in the direction that it is that you're going. Be confident in yourself, right? New moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe, okay? So there's a big message right there. You are safe. You are loved. You are protected. You are connected. You're tapped in. Okay. You know what you're doing. First quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing like be humble and kind. The season that it is that we're coming into, the phases that it is that we're experiencing, the cycles that's closing out and the new ones beginning. Okay. There's going to be a lot of adversity coming your way. So it's important for you to stay humble, right? This isn't anything new to you. You've been humbled many times before, okay? That's okay. Stay humble and kind to the best of your ability. Now, don't take crap from people, okay? You know what I mean? You're not a doormat. You're allowed to speak up. Just make sure that you're speaking up in an energy where it's not necessarily coming from pride. Does that make sense? Don't be arrogant in the words that you're using. Be confident in the words that you're using. All right, we've got mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, things are always changing, right? Nothing's ever set in stone. You have to nourish certain things so that they grow, and that's how it roots, okay? Last quarter moon in Libra. Make time for self-love. That's a big one this season, all right? Is self-love, loving on you. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. Yes, a grateful heart is an abundant heart. Okay, so you're going to be grateful for the littlest things. The air in your lungs, the blood pumping through your veins, the opportunity to live to fight another day. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. That's exactly what this prayer is for. It's going to help us gain clarity on the shadows that it is that we need to see. Maybe things that we're overlooking. Maybe at situations where we've been looking at it with rose-colored glasses, okay? So here it's going to be coming to the surface here, right? That's why it's important for you to stay anchored in. Think of it from a practical place. Don't let pride get in the way, all right? Don't let your ego take over, okay? I know that's easier said than done. I'm a Leo. Leo is the ego. I have to keep mine in check all the time. I know what it is I'm talking about, okay? Last quarter moon in Virgo. Attend to the details, right? That's what we're doing right now. We're going in and we're looking at all the fine print. We're looking at all the nitty gritty little details. We're looking in the cracks and crevices, and we are cleaning house, right? This is the time of cleansing, of purging, because we're coming into new season, okay? New moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Yes. Communicating clearly, assertively, and directly. That's important during the season. Okay, you're going to let people know what it is up front. We're not doing the mind games. We're not fluffing it up for people. We're not putting the little sugars and the sprinkles on it until after it shows that it rates that. Okay. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. Okay, think about how far you've come on your journey. Right? Shit ain't taking you out yet. Be proud of yourself. First quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open, okay? We're not becoming cold and bitter. We're going to glow through what we grow through. Last quarter moon in Leo. Lighten up. So in this season, that's what we're cleansing for, and we're getting rid of these lower vibrational energies so that you can lighten up. You know, you can be at a higher vibration. You can be more at peace. And when you're more at peace, you get to play a little bit more. Okay. And then full moon in Capricorn, take a reality check. That's exactly what we're doing. Okay. So we're checking energies at the door. If it does not treat you with love, respect, or kindness, it does not rate access into your energy. It can't afford it. It doesn't even have the admission. There's no golden ticket. It can't get into the factory. Okay? You picking up what I'm throwing down. All right. Let's pull some tarot on this. Best and highest messages here for the collective. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do we need to hear? 777. I see up on the numbers at the top of my phone. Spiritual jackpot is also a warning. So yes, there's heavy adversity in the shadows, okay? I said that to somebody earlier today. You don't have to be afraid of the shadows. You don't have to be afraid of the dark. You already know what's in the dark. You've already faced what's in the dark many a time before. You are protected. It has no power over you. All you got to do is stay straight. And it can't take your power from you, okay? You have to give it the power, and you're not going to do that. We're shifting the energy here, Spirit. Overall energy here for the collective. There's going to be a lot of people upset that they didn't make the cut, okay? That in this season of cleansing, they got cleared out. Ace of Pentacles. What did I tell you? Abundance, blessings. The Ace of Swords. We're starting this whole reading out with two freaking aces. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. Okay, so this truth, this clarity, this wisdom, this insight, this knowledge, all right, is bringing you some sort of abundance. It's protect. Look at the owl on the card. It's protected. Look at the olive branch here. Something about you taking a stand is bringing a lot of peace. This peace will be protected. A lot about this insight and knowledge coming to you, right? You can see in the dark. You've got some sort of like sonar. There's crickets on this card and fireflies. Like you can see in the dark. There's a lot about that. You see the little fireflies everywhere? Right, the little glow, you're glowing through what you grow through. And it's bringing you a lot of this abundance, okay? There's a lot about you where you're not wearing your heart on your sleeves so much anymore, okay? You're looking at certain at situations from a logical standpoint. And that's your experience that you do this, okay? And it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. Not saying that you can't be in your heart space, but does it rate being in your heart space? Picking up what I'm throwing down. Not everybody deserves that. 8 of Pentacles. Look at this busy bee working really hard on its honeycomb over here. Okay, so this is where you're getting super focused on what it is that you want to bring about. Okay. Hi, Bo. How you doing? I mean, you're just so busy and so focused and on a mission. It's like, you know, you see bees are working and like they're just so engulfed in its purpose. You know, that's you. You're so engulfed in whatever that purpose is. Thanks for the love. And all that love and light back to you times 10. I ring the bell kind of quiet for you. Then we have the Knight of Cups. So this is where I'm telling you. What are you passionate about on an emotional level? That's where you need to focus all that. That's where we let the emotion come in. Is when we're feeling fulfilled and what it is that we have a purpose for. Okay? Living in purpose. Wrong deck. What's the situation? What's the situation here? Hi, how you doing? What's the situation? The 2 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to read this two ways. For those of you that are facing adversity in your connections, okay. I'm picking up on a collective recently who is like long-term connections that you have been in, that you thought were gonna see it all the way through. They're coming to an end. This is heavy in the collective. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner. Okay, this can be friends. This can be family members that it is that you know, connections are falling apart or falling away. Okay. For others of you, or maybe even it can even be both. All right, this is making room for new to come in. Right. It's like you've been hungry for change. You've been hungry for something different. Your spirit has been screaming at you that the energy, the situations, the vibrations that you've been in is just not, it's not a match. You've outgrown them. You've evolved. And whatever it is that you've been attached to has not evolved with you. It's either stayed the same, and a lot of it has digressed. It's devolved. That could be really confusing. So a lot of you may be in the in-between state where it's kind of like, you know that you're supposed to move forward. It feels good to move forward, but you're still kind of looking back over your shoulder. Now, whether that's because maybe you're having a hard time walking away from it or something else that's pulling you back. Okay. What else is here? What's the situation? What's the situation? The Emperor. Here's this heavy Aries, divine masculine energy showing up here. Right? Now, no matter the gender, okay, this is where you're calling your energy back. With the Sword of Truth here. Okay, so this is about insight, knowledge, wisdom, and it's also able to communicate clearly, effectively, assertively. There's a lot of like sacredness on this card too. Look at it. Yeah, look at all the wisdom here. Okay. Also, owls hunt at night. A lot about you being able to see in the dark. There may be something, information coming to you during the dream state. This is also Mars energy, right? So this is how we go to war. It's aggression. It's empowerment. It can even be sexuality, okay? There's a white ram on this card. So more about the sacred energy that it is that you're in. The power that it is that you hold. In the feathers here, this wisdom and insight is supposed to help you have a heart that's light as a feather. Okay. All right. There's a lot of healing of the divine masculine going on as well, especially when it comes to the ego. Whether that's the divine masculine in you or just divine masculines in general. All right, Spirit, that's nice messages here. What's the challenge? What's the challenge for the collective? The Nine of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Here it is where you're overcoming this adversity. Okay, damn, like a porcupine. Look at this fox on this card. Yeah, look, it's like someone's coming to eat your ass. Someone's been preying on you, right? This is intended to take you out, take you down, okay? And you may be exhausted, but it's not all for naught. This is you coming over the hill, winning the war, beaten, battered, bruised, okay? You've taken a couple hits. You're cut up, but you're all right. You're coming out ahead. And as you're moving in the direction of spiritual refuge and recovery and recharging your batteries, okay, spiritually, right? You're being protected 9 times from whatever's been preying on you. Whatever this is, it's meant you harm. And that's really where the trauma comes from, y'all. That's where the hurt comes from. That's where those feelings of betrayal come from. Is that you've seen someone or it feels like someone, you've seen someone or people have the capability of wanting, of intending to harm you, to hurt you. And these are connections of where you've poured love into. Yeah. That'll beat you up. Spiritually. What else is here, Spirit? This has to do with someone who's being stubborn with you. We've got the King of Pentacles here and showing up as the challenge. And it came out after this Nine of Wands. Okay. So whatever this is, it's like someone keeps bringing you distractions or keep trying to tear you down. And they're trying to keep you from stabilizing yourself. But that's what this season is about, right? We're cleaning house so that we can restabilize ourselves for foundation. What's in the current energy? The Queen of Swords. What did I tell you? There's a white owl on this card. So here you come. An feminine air energy with the sword of truth. And you're laying down the law. If it ain't truthful, it doesn't come correct. If it wants to play the silly mind games and the back and forth tit for tat, you're cutting it off real quick. Okay, that's where you're coming in with that direct communication, being assertive, and you're saying, no, not anymore, not today. This is where you're speaking up for yourself. And you're speaking up for yourself after you've been patient for a long time. The Queen of Swords knows what it is that she's saying. She's collected the data. She's done the observations. Okay, so male or female, y'all don't get caught up with the gender. The Wheel of Fortune, holy shenanigans, y'all. Look, I'm telling you, look, betrayals. This is because from people that have betrayed you. They try to keep you chained down, stuck in trauma, stuck in low vibrations, stuck in confusion and heartache and misery. Misery loves company. Hurt people, okay? So here's this sword of truth, right? You're coming in, you're laying down the law, and it's bringing you a spiritual jackpot. And look at the freaking owls. Something about you is getting ready to expand. In the stability, there's 4. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's protected. Give me one more for the current energy. You're right. Yep. They want you stuck in those lower vibrations. It's easier to control you when you're confused, when you're exhausted, when you're doubting yourself. It's easy to make it look like you're crazy. And it's all about control. It's to have power over you. You know? Hi, Sally Dannies. How you doing? Energy coming towards the collective. The Magician. Powerhouse energy. You're alchemizing the damn situation. Okay? You know how resourceful raccoons are? You know what I mean? They're extremely resourceful. They look all cute and cuddly too, but you get up close to one of them things and they turn real vicious. I'll tell you a quick story about a raccoon one time. Sitting out in the parking lot waiting for somebody to get off work. It had been like an hour and a half. I'd been sitting there waiting on this person to get off work. It's late at night. There's no one else in the parking lot. And I need to stretch my damn legs. I'm bored. I've been sitting there for a while, damn it. So I get out of the car and I start walking around, diddling around out in the parking lot. And I start walking up to the dumpster and here comes this big old raccoon. And he gets real close. I'm like, oh, right. I'm all excited. I'm having a Steve Irwin moment, you know? I'm like, oh my gosh, this raccoon, it's got to see something in me. It's going to let me pet it. Big mistake. Okay, so I start approaching this damn wild-ass raccoon. This thing starts beating on the ground, y'all. Okay, he went up on two paws, had his front paws like this, all out like this, starts hissing at me. Okay, getting vicious, like he's showing his teeth and everything. And he goes down, and he's pounding both paws on the asphalt, like boom, boom. And he comes back up again, hissing at me. Y'all, my ass ran so fast back to the car. I locked the doors. He scared me so bad. It's like, oh, I'll be like, he's like, you know, they're ambidextrous, right? They're real. They got thumbs. Okay, I didn't want them open, like figuring out how to open the damn door. But anyway, they may look all cute. Maybe you look all cute, cuddly, but you back you into a corner or threaten your ass, you know, and you come in full throttle. But anyway, you're a powerhouse. You could be really resourceful. Okay. What else is here? What else is here? I don't approach raccoons no more. I admire from afar. I don't want no smoke, homie. You keep your trash, okay? You can have the dumpster. I don't want it. Well, there was, y'all. Later, I sat there after I calmed down. You know, I start looking. I get the courage to kind of look over there. I didn't want to see him staring at me. He freaked me out that bad. But anyway, there's a mama raccoon and little babies too. So it made sense as to why he was so defensive, and he was in his own right? He had his whole family in the damn dumpster. It made a lot of sense. You know, it's like, okay, I can't be mad at you, homeschool it. Right? But it scared the crap out of me. He was vicious enough to scare my ass back to the car. Y'all, and this was across the parking lot. By this point, I had walked on the other side of the parking lot to the corner where, you know, the back of the restaurant where the dumpster was. I was in the front waiting on the person to come out the front door. But anyway, there's my story. All right, Spirit. Energy coming towards the collective. Tell me about the magician. You alchemizing the situation. The Three of Wands, patience. Okay, so the energy coming towards you is powerhouse energy. You able to alchemize the situation. You manifesting something, but patience is needed with this. Okay, Three of Wands is right around the corner. Give it time to show up. It's not going to show up overnight. Sometimes it's delayed, like my Amazon package of my Florida water that I ordered. They said they delivered it, and it's not at the front door. I've done contacted Amazon. I'm like, I need my Florida water. Y'all gonna send me some new ones, or are you gonna tell me where my package is? I need the Florida water, like ASAP Rocky yesterday. What else is here, Spirit? Current energy. Ace of Cups. Are you serious? Part of what it is that you're manifesting is this emotional fulfillment. Okay. Also a lot about the state of peace. But the state of peace that it is that you are manifesting for yourself is going to have to be protected. All right, Spirit. That's the highest messages here. Give me one more on energy coming towards the collective. Dang, those are flying out. Gave me 4. We have all 4 aces on the table. All 4 aces. And a spiritual jackpot with all 4 sacred owls on it. All because you're standing on business, okay? All because you're being serious about, and you're being very intentional about the energy that you're in, the actions that it is that you're taking. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. So this Ace of Cups, this emotional fulfillment. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles, right? This is where you're going to be able to take a rest. Okay, so the foundations, the seeds that you're planting is bringing you into a place where it's okay for you to hibernate for a little while. Right? You've got the resources where you're able to do that. And this is because of the groundwork that it is that you've done before. Okay, we've got the Tower and the 5 of Wands. And this may be bringing a Tower moment to people, places, and things. Okay? You're allowing this Tower to fall away. Big life changes here. But I don't feel like this is hurtful or harmful to you. Okay? You're going to have a lot of people trying to come in to get whatever this is. This 9 of Pentacles. Okay? Your resources, your backup plan. Okay? Your energy or your nourishment during the times that you need to hibernate and to recharge and to rejuvenate, especially during the winter seasons. Okay, so don't be surprised when you got these people, situations, whatever have you, coming in to try to give you a fight or try to get you in an energy of lowering your vibration to where it is that you're coming from a place of pride, right? That was one of the first cards that came out. All right. What's the external energy? What's in the external energy? The Queen of Wands, the King of Wands came out together. That's great. That's been happening a lot lately. Are these masculine and feminine energies coming out together, back to back? So something about you balancing your masculine and feminine fire energy, the way that it is that you're taking action. Okay, what it is that you fight for. Is it worth your energy? You're in an energy, you may even be coming into union with something here that matches you, matches your passion, matches a purpose. There's some sort of similarity there. Seven of Cups. You got a lot of energy that's like coming from a place of envy or jealousy when it comes to you. And it's not necessarily anything that's materialistic. It's not anything that's like physical that you can hold in your hand. This has to do with your fire, your might, your willpower, your resilience, because you don't give up. You've got people baffled at how you're still moving forward when you were supposed to be done and out a long time ago, right? These energies, whatever they are to you, didn't expect you to still be here. They didn't expect to see you this far in the game, whatever that looks like, okay? All right, what's the conflict? What's the conflict? The Ten of Swords in reverse and Justice. Justice has been called on the situation. There has to be an reorder of law and order. Okay, here comes the hand of the divine. All right, it can see in the dark, right? It sees things clearly, not necessarily with eyes. It hears, it knows. Okay. And this is to balance the scales because there is an imbalance. Someone doesn't want you to move on from them doing the most to you, right? The Ten of Swords is like, it can't get any worse than this. It's all of it. It's 10 times that you've been betrayed. It's all the things that someone has said or done to hold you back, to keep you low, to keep you from growing, right? And it showed up as the conflict is because you're wanting to move on from this and let it go and have a rebirth. And whatever it is that you're detaching from and moving away from doesn't want that. It's not going to matter. Justice is here. Six of Wands. Your glory, you're being recognized for something, okay? This is you being successful, right? This is my Madagascar card with the lemurs on it, right? I like to move it, okay? Look at all this praise that you're getting and recognition and love, okay? This is, you're on some sort of pedestal here. You're being viewed as some sort of pedestal. And this is also telling me that all these people down here who are watching you on this pedestal are in awe. And you're in your divine right. Look at the olive branch. These lemurs are actually looking outward, so it's almost like you even have you have more people who see you in high regard than you think you do. You've got a tribe who speaks good things about you, who sees your light more than you think you do. Got the world. The world is your oyster. You're meant to be known, seen, heard, be successful worldwide. You get a lot of recognition. All right. What's the strengths here, Spirit? What's the strengths? You got people pissed. You got people pissed that the only way that they can gain access to you is through a screen, through someone else, right? These energies don't have direct access to you anymore. And they are upset because there ain't no sunshine when she or he is gone. You've removed yourself from the energy. So this energy shrivels up like a raisin. It doesn't have any more power to siphon off of you. Success, ideas, gratitude, your happiness. Ooh, they're flying out. 10 of Pentacles. And this is because I'm telling you your success. Long-term success. Like all these bees here, like pollinating all these flowers, right? And then it'll start all over again, like a queen bee, right? The next queen will come into power, and the colony lives on, you know. So something about how what it is that you are creating for yourself, this foundation, this abundance, this prosperity, this longevity. It lives on. It will live on. The colony will survive, okay? You being the colony, you're the energy of the bee. So just because the one queen has passed away, the new one, you see what I'm saying? You're not just the one bee. You're the whole colony. All right, Spirit. Best and highest messages. What's the strengths? What's the strengths here for the collective? The Lovers. And the Page of Cups. Your strength is your divine love for self and for others, okay? So yes, I'm talking to a collective group of people of no matter how hard life has beat you down, you still have a space in your heart where you have faith in humanity. There's still good people out there, and there's it's like you're searching for your tribe here. Your tribe is searching for you at the same time. You know, that's like this Virgo energy is here to really break the molds, break the masks, break where we mimic certain things, where we're not being authentic, whether that's consciously or subconsciously. And that's important because now you are showing yourself to the whole wide world, and your tribe can find you. And now you're not coming from a place of pride and ego where you can accept this tribe, because before you weren't in the energy where you could accept it. You still had the old versions of yourself that were still attached through these other people, places, and things. Who is it? Billy Carson? Is that his name? Billy Carson with Forbidden Knowledge. I think he recently posted a video about how you can't get in alignment with your abundance or manifesting when you are tied to other people's karma. Makes a lot of sense. They're not experiencing their karma. Karma's being dished out, and you're experiencing it through your attachment to them. You're absorbing, you're taking on all their damn karma. And they're receiving your good dharma. All right. Or they were. Past tense. Happened already. All right, Spirit. So yeah, I talked about that a little bit earlier too. There's a need to protect your heart space, but still be open and willing for the right connections, for the right collaborations, for the right commitments. If they don't want to commit to you, boo-boo, it ain't for you. If you ain't a yes, then it's a no. It's got to be that way. You're setting the tone of how you're going to be treated in the future by the present. And that's why you're showing up as this Queen of Swords. Because you're letting people know you better come correct. Because I ain't for the okie doke. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt to prove it. Don't want it. You know? Makes sense. We only the servants for other people's dreams. That is so true. That is so true. And eventually, y'all, this is what ends up happening is the more that you stay focused on what it is that you want towards the journey, you know, on your own path, on your own purpose. Believe it or not, you're going to end up empowering half of these people to to follow your lead. You know, they don't see it. They don't understand it now in the present moment. But 5 years from now, when you're not where they left you, because these are people that would leave you for dead in a heartbeat. This is people who dropped you off in the middle of the woods, barefoot, naked, no resources to fend for yourself, thinking that you were going to, you know, just lay down and die and shrivel up. And that's not what you did. You got up, you got smart, and you started thinking in more practical terms. How can I alchemize the situation? Right? They left you for the wolves, and the wolves showed up. You learned the language of the wolves, started speaking the damn lingo, and now you end up coming back leading the pack as a damn savage. Don't worry about it. Stay focused. That's just a distraction. That's why it's getting left behind. It's blocking blessings. All right. Let's see overall spiritual advice for this, and we'll pull some oracle cards. Did I bring my other deck in here? Did I leave that deck? I may have to go get it. Best and highest message of spirit. Overall spiritual advice. Thank you. All right, we're starting off with the King of Swords. We got the Three of Cups. And the World ended up coming out of the deck. Okay. So this King of Swords energy, your spiritual advice is to stay alert. Be very observant. It's a time to be patient. Okay? Whatever it is that, like connections, situations that are coming your way, you may give a little bit. You're going to back off and observe and see how it reacts. Okay? It's like collecting data right now. Who rates coming into this new season with you, right? And I got that the other day too. Something about how, you know, you had your first wave, which is part of the first part of your spiritual awakening. You're like, oh, right? And the people that made sense to be cut out, like that was easy, right? And as time goes by, it's like you just had a second wave. And you're like, oh, right? The people that maybe you're giving the benefit of doubt to in this, like the next season, you know, you let them come through the gate, give them another chance, right? And they're showing you that they can't get with it. Okay, so now here's that second wave. Okay, you're about to come into the damn third wave. And people are going to be really pissed off that they didn't get to make it, this third wave of cutting people out. Because they thought that they had you. Because they made it through the first wave. They made it through the second wave. So they thought that they could keep the wool pulled over your eyes. Meanwhile, you're sitting here getting smarter, more observant, and you're applying the things that it is that you learn. It is incredibly intelligent of you to continue learning new things. Most people don't do that. They sit in front of the TV and wish that they were like the Kardashians. Okay? That's not you. Instead of brain rot, you know, you're feeding yourself with some sort of information. You learn new things. There's self-development happening. You're always trying to be better, do better. And at times that you're not, you become self-aware enough to understand it's time to get realigned, right? We're sitting here like looking at this stuff like, is this toxic to me? Is this hindering what it is that I'm trying to accomplish? Yes, gotta go, right? It's not like taking it personal. This is business, especially if it's 10 of Pentacles. This is your baby, whatever it is to you. And you have to protect that and nourish it so it can grow, you know? Then we have the World. No, the Three of Cups and then the World, excuse me. Okay, there's going to be a lot of celebrations. Okay, that's what it is that you're observing. You're looking at who's going to celebrate you. Who can you celebrate life and your wins with? because I feel like collective is sick and tired of fake ass shit. Collective is sick and tired of false support. You know, it's like I said this a couple of streams ago where we were talking about how you're starting to learn about who supports you and who's just there to surround you. Because just because they're surrounding you does not mean that they support you, even with a smile on their face. Bless your heart. That's what they say down here. Well, bless your heart. That means F you. That's a really nice, polite way of saying F you. Then we had the world. Okay, so yeah. I'm telling you something about going worldwide. You're going to be celebrated worldwide. The world is your oyster. Queen bee, king. Well, there's no such thing as king bee, but you know what I'm talking. Trying not to be gender specific here. You kings and queens, you divine masculines, divine feminines out there on your rising shit. Okay? 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're making new alliances, new connections. You're collaborating with new energies. Okay? This is what's helping you build this new foundation after the tower has fallen. And you know what? I just got that too. Because this tower has fallen, it's no longer in the way of your vision, your line of sight. This tower needed to come down because it was, 1, it was built on a false foundation. 2, the further you go up, it's like Jenga, right? Somebody kept picking it apart, not really being there. Okay, so it wasn't sturdy to begin with. And all it was doing was blocking your damn view of where it is that you're supposed to be at, who it is you're supposed to be mingling with. And not to say that it wasn't supposed to happen. You need to learn these lessons, right? You're hard-headed. You're stubborn. You learn differently than other people. So Spirit came in and said, okay, boo-boo, you didn't want to listen the first time. You didn't want to listen the second time. Let me cause a little shake-up for this tower to come down. There's going to be some divine intervention here. And it pushes you into an energy where you're like, no, I can't take it anymore, right? That's where you are craving this change. You're hungry for it. You don't know quite what to expect yet. Yes, that's scary. Change can be scary. It can be painful. But like this transformation that it is you're going through, you know, the butterfly in the cocoon. Y'all hear me talk about the butterfly in the cocoon all the time. Mush and contorted. But you're getting ready, the cocoon's getting ready to crack and you're about to come out of this butterfly. And that's where the people are getting pissed as they're seeing these wings fold out and they see you getting ready to take flight. And best believe that's where they're coming in and they're trying to mess up your wings before you can even get up off the ground, you know? Level up next chapter, that's right. Give me one more. Overall spiritual advice, and we'll pull from the Oracle deck. The 8 of Cups. Walking away from people, places, ideas, situation, belief systems, ways of being, timelines that no longer serve you. Where you've poured into, you gave it your all, because that's what you do. You get into a connection with something or someone and you pour your whole heart into it. All that's done is cause you deep regrets, lots of sleepless nights, stuck in trauma, stuck in old situations, especially in the head. And it's affecting the heart. You're not anymore. You're not this person anymore. And that's going to ruffle feathers too. Kind of like earlier today, I don't think all of you saw it, but I did this little short live because I had to address something from somebody that I used to pour into, right? I was new on my journey live streaming, you know, and this person got kicked out of everybody else's group because of the turning on people. Well, I didn't know no better just yet. I didn't really know that that's quite the reason why this person was getting picked on and shunned from all these different groups. So I took her in mine and I defended her and I gave her attention when nobody else would for quite a while. And one day she comes into my live stream. She didn't even get readings from me. She wasn't even there for readings. She was there for the validation and the attention that I was giving her. She ended up spending $3,000. Now, mind you, I'm about 30 at the time, and she's 18. She spent money that was not hers. It was her aunt's credit card. So guess what? TT got mad. TT got big mad. Well, TT decided to come at me thinking that I'm the one that scammed her out of her money. When I didn't even ask y'all. I don't even live stream like that. I don't sit here and beg for y'all to get readings. I let you know that that's what it is I provide. And if it resonates with you to do so, boo-boo, I got you all day, right? So anyway, she spends all this money on these gifts, and I don't even get to take all that. I get a percentage of it if I get to keep it. Well, anyway, TT gets mad, and she comes at me, telling me that she was going to contact the FBI on me for scamming people out of their money. So I told her, you were looking in the wrong direction, that I didn't get paid none of that money, that they need to look at the app. And not just the app, but the other streamers that this person was in, the group that it is that she got caught up in. So TT gets upset. The app ends up giving TT back all of her aunt, all the money that was spent. So it was refunded. I'm sure that she got a talking to the girl that was in my stream who spent all the money, and then she wanted to come at me. So we had a little beefing session there for a little while. So then she ends up coming back. I give her one more chance. She was dating some 19-year-old, right? So these are 18 and 19-year-old kids, y'all. So she starts blowing my dang inbox up about her boyfriend. Okay, I'm supposed to block him because y'all aren't together anymore? Like, that doesn't make any sense. He didn't do anything to me directly. You know, I don't know the whole situation. I'll just go around blocking people just because this person's upset with another one. That, like, what? I need to get my own eyes on the situation. I need to get the information right first before I just go around and start cutting people off. I don't do people like that. If you get cut off, there's a fucking good-ass reason why you got cut off. You weren't given just one chance. You were given 2 chances, right? Third strike, you're out. So anyway, I ended up having to block her because she wouldn't leave me alone, y'all. So she gets upset. So I haven't heard from her in years. And then today, right after I'm celebrating how my ban was lifted off TikTok, right? I'm in an energy of, I'm celebrating. I'm doing my victory dance, right? I was being all extra a little bit. I rated that. I deserve that a little bit. I deserve to just dote on myself, right? It triggered this person, and she wanted to come at me talking about the bringing up from 5 years ago. This shit's been hashed out already. Like, it doesn't just make any sense. She's got, that's another thing. I don't know some of y'all that saw my stories. That's a whole group of people calling me. That's what it is. It's a group chat. And each person in the group chat would take a turn calling, and they put me in the group. I knew it wasn't coming from anybody from my collective because y'all don't do that. Y'all don't call me at all hours of the day and night. Like, that's rude. The collective that it is that I speak to or that I resonate with, like, yeah, we play and we can cut up, we can make light of our hardships that it is that we're going through to help lighten the load, to help ease the pain of it. But we're not in here being fucking childish. We're not in here spreading hate. We're empowering each other. There's a huge difference. So anyway, that's where all that came from. And I'm to a point where I'm just sick of it. I'm not Lady Leo from 5 years ago, where I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve so easy and just taking people under my wing, right? I'm looking at things logically. Do you even rate being here? Are you a threat to the community that I already have built? Because if you're a threat to them, then it's an absolute no-go, Ghost Rider. It's a hell to the fuck no, get to stepping. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I put too much time, love, energy, effort, money, blood, sweat, tears, stress into building this community. I just got my account back where I could get into it on other devices, you know? You best believe I'm protecting that shit with all I got. Not here, not today, not this time. Anyway, I was going to pull y'all some oracle cards. But just those of you that get started on you being passionate about something, maybe it's different, maybe it's taboo, maybe it's non-conventional, maybe just people are pissed off because you're having the confidence to do it. Yes, you're gonna find out who your real friends are. You're gonna find out who really supports you, and the people who are closest to you physically are gonna drop like hot flies. And at first it's gonna sting, it's gonna hurt your feelings. But you're going to learn. You're going to learn that the people who hurt us the most are the people who we let in. It's the people closest to us. Enemies can't hurt us. We know what their intent is. We know what their motives are. Enemies can't betray you. It's your friends. It's your family. It's your love. It's your lovers. It's the people that we allow closest to us in the physical that hurt us the most. That's why you got to be on your P's and Q's and understand that not everybody rates your heart space. And that's another thing. It's like, just like with therapy and stuff like that. Like I don't understand why it's such a big deal that people need therapy, right? All of us are fucking traumatized. It's all part of the system. It's all part of the programming. It's all to keep us disconnected from self, from spirit, from each other. You know, it's the name of the game, right? And you come to a realization where the game was never set up for it to be fair. You were never put in a position where it was going to be easy for you to win. And the further along you go on the journey and the more you level up, the harder the level gets. New levels, new devils. That's why you have these new skill sets. That's why you become stronger and you evolve. You ascend. Like the eagle and the crows, for example. You've got all the crows, and in this sense, this analogy, the crows are the ish. They're the people with the okie doke. It's the flying monkeys. It's all that BS, right? But what do? You keep ascending higher. Or them crows can't even breathe up there. You're up to such a high altitude that they suffocate. They fall away. You know? Hi, Millie's Magic Medicine. How you doing, love? All right. Give me some oracle messages. So that's also, too, those of you that have started something, you feel like you're not getting success, you're starting to feel cringe, you're starting to self-doubt because of other people's opinions, because of what other people think, or what other people are projecting towards you. Cleanse that out. That means you're doing something right. Do not give up on your dream. Do not give up on yourself. Keep going. Maybe you got to sit down, take a rest. That's absolutely okay. But don't you stay sitting down. I'm telling y'all, that's what this community is for. So we can keep ourselves and each other empowered. So that we have the energy and the motivation and the inspiration to take one more breath, for one more step, for one more fight. For your own divine right to just do what it is that you love doing, or to create what it is that you want to create. Whatever it is, it's of some sort of value to other people. It goes against the system. So of course the system's trying to take your ass out. The system's flagging you as a bug, when really you're the solution. Give me a few seer spirit. She-wolf, unleash the wild within. You're on your wild woman, wild man shit. Savage. Right? I've been using that analogy a lot, right? Over here calling you a little bitch. They got that confused. Maybe you look like one, but you're the alphas and the omegas of the pack. You're not a little dog. You picking up what I'm throwing down? You're not the dog that gets kicked because they did no-nos, all right? You're the freaking whole wild-ass wolf in the woods, a whole spiritual savage. This ain't your first rodeo. Spring, seed, and it's time for you to see seeds grow, okay? So this is confirmation that whatever work, shadow work that it is that you're doing during this time is helping for you to see your seeds grow in spring. This is like, you're not impulsive. You're not coming from a place of impulsivity, right? You're being practical. You're planning this shit out. That way, when shit doesn't go according to plan, maybe you can, alchemize the situation, right? And make it work for you. But you already kind of have an idea of where it is that you need to be and what it is that you need to be doing. And anything that is a distraction from that is, you can see it clear as day. Okay, this has got to be eliminated. That's a no. And you're doing it early. You're nipping shit in the bud real early so that it can't have that access to your heart. Smart. And you're going to have people want to make you feel really dumb and stupid when you're smart. They're projecting that onto you because they don't feel smart. You're making them feel dumb. How dare you have the audacity to do the research and apply what it is that you learn and better yourself, because they're still over there either at the bar pounding them back in their own misery, watching and stalking you, and you're bettering yourself. Why can't they do that for themselves? It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of effort. Oracle, wait for important information. There's a lot about being patient and sifting through information, and a lot about this intuition, right? If it don't sound right, maybe you need to listen to that. There's a reason why it don't sound right. Something sounds fishy, something's off. That's your instinct. Trust that. Maybe it's not the exact information that it is that you need, but it's enough information to know that you just need to leave it the fuck alone, right? It's enough information for you to know that it's not for you. You don't need to know all the little gritty details of the situation. You don't got to get up close and personal shit, right? You got enough information to know that it's time to turn around and walk away. Not for you. Heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Yeah, a lot about protecting this heart space, but leaving it open for the possibility of the right connections, situations, collaborations. Snake, and that's exactly what you're doing in this season, is you're shedding old skin. Shedding the old versions of yourself because you don't fit there anymore. If you stay in the skin, you're gonna perish. You've got to let it. You got to get out of it. It can be a slithery, slimy process, but it's because you're growing. Okay. All right, y'all need some sassy affirmations. I'll cuss you out real quick for just a second. In the best way, though. In the best way. 88. I see 88 up at the top of the phone. 88%. You're meant to be abundant. You're meant to be prosperous. You're meant to be successful. You're meant to shine. Of course, you got other people who are going to want to dull that shine because they're afraid of it. Is what it is. But I'm scared. And they should probably be, because they did you wrong. They tried to hold you back, right? It's all karmic, okay? These people are going to be facing their karma. You're not absorbing it for them anymore. They can't handle the heat the way that you could. Yeah, listen, bitch, your best is enough, I promise. You may have people projecting onto you that you're not doing enough. You're doing plenty. A lot of y'all are getting stuff done, for spiritually speaking. A lot of y'all get stuff done before, people are even waking up out of bed. You're doing stuff in your sleep. Listen, bitch, don't forget to celebrate the silent battles that you fought and won. All those battles that it is that you've had to overcome behind closed doors, where you couldn't share it with the world. You had to keep it real hush-hush and on the DL. Don't forget to celebrate all those battles that you fought and won. Right? 9 of Wands. Been beaten, battered, bruised. You've been kicked when you've been down. But it didn't take your ass out. Not yet. You're still standing undefeated. Kitana wins. Flawless victory. Listen, bitch. Ask yourself if it will matter 10 years from now. If it won't, don't sweat it. Yeah. Is this even going to be bothering you 10 years from now? Like a decade passes by. Are you going to give these people, these situations, that thing a second thought? I highly doubt it. You're going to be too busy reveling in the peace and the prosperity that it is that you created for yourself. Listen, bitch, you don't need permission to say no. Fuck them. That's right. You are the authority. You are the permission. And you're allowed to say no. You're not allowed in my energy anymore. Your behaviors, your actions, what it is that you're attached to, what you're influenced by, it's not me. It's not for me. It's a hard no. Listen, bitch, tell the negative assholes in your head to sit in a corner for a lifelong time out. Yeah, don't let these people, their opinions, their criticisms, their projections keep you from your success, keep you from your growth and expansion, to keep you from your abundance and your blessings. They can go over there. They want to act childish. They can sit in timeout so they can get it together. Some of them will be there for the rest of their life. When it comes to you, they'll be sitting over there in the timeout corner. They couldn't get it together. They didn't learn. Some of them are getting damn spiritual ass whoopings left and right. All right, 2 more. Listen, bitch, you are worthy of everything good in this life, everything. I want you to say that 10 times before you go to bed, or if you're watching this in the morning, I want you to say this 10 times before you go into work or you start your day. I am worthy of good things. Last one. Listen, bitch, give yourself the same love you pour out into the world. What'd I tell you? Right? It's okay for you to pour into you the way that you have poured into other people that did not rate that shit. You're calling your power back. It's about you this season. What you want, what you need, what you desire. Your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your journey, your victory. All right, y'all. I hope that you found a message that resonates with you. Thank y'all so much for popping in and hanging out. If you caught the live, if you're watching the replay, thank you for taking the time to watch. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm about to start a live stream. I had one personal reading come in, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And I should be seeing y'all tomorrow. I was supposed to dual stream, but my other phone, I couldn't get it to plug up. All my little USB connectors are used right now, so I wasn't able to charge it while I was going live. So TikTok missed out. But I'm here on Instagram. This is where it is. I built my shit. This is where my life's work is. So I can get into this account. I'm keeping it. Then this is where, this is where I'm going to pour the most love at, because this is where y'all have shown up for me is here on this platform, this community, this collective. And I'm not trying to not show love to my TikTok collective or my YouTube collective. It's just different. It just is what it is. All right, y'all. I love you. I love you. I love you. Keep shining your light bright. Do not give up on whatever it is that you're doing. Don't do it. You will regret it many times over. You're going to be one of those 95-year-olds on their last limb thinking about all the different things that you should have done in life. That's not supposed to be you. Okay? You're going to be thinking back on life and really trying to revel in the feelings of all the victories that it is that you had. But anyway, keep shining your light bright. I'm going to say it. If your light ain't irritate nobody's demons, boo-boo. You ain't doing it right. Turn up the heat. Turn up the light. Blind the eyes out, collective. Until next time, love and light.